This is the Group 10 group project submission for a custom cereal subscription service. This is the business plan for our project. As stated, it's a build your own cereal online service that customers would interact with through either an app or website where they'd have the ability to custom mix ingredients from available options to make cereals, trail mixes, or other various pre-selected package options in various volumes and package styles to meet their lifestyle needs. Our target consumer would be families with school-aged children and young adults, primarily in urban areas. And this would also help with targeting high population density areas to help with our servicing of those customers. And as stated, some of our options be pre-made and recommended mixes that we would update for seasons and the holidays, as well as continually adding new options to help keep our product fresh and engaging to the consumer. Also, we'd provide premium add-on options such as milks for the cereals, toys for retro cereal things for fun, and organic and improved sustainability options. And on sustainability, that would be a focus of our product to help with the product sourcing and its impact, as well as our distribution systems.
Yep. By continuing the presentation, I would like to go ahead with the operations. For the first few years, we would like to go with our local regional operation systems will primarily be utilized for product distribution and testing initially to help us develop our logistic systems with an eye towards our future expansion. And the world has the potential to be our service area since our product will sell in the online as we are able to expand capacity to meet consumer demand. In this initial phase, we would also lay the groundwork for our internal ERP system that can grow with our company. Coming to the 5-year multi-state operation, we would implement our centralized distribution center or warehouse system to help expand our material handling capacity. And we also focus on the automation systems. And at this point, data collection and forecasting would become extremely important to our efficient operation and success in order fulfillment due to the expected increase in order volume and system complexity. At this point of time, we'll rely heavily on our ERP systems to track our processes and materials. And we would also emphasize digital operations internally and work to have a team in place to help with this transition across our functional units. Coming to the 10 years national expansion, the full implementation, we will implement the full implementation of spoken wheel processing and warehouse systems. Like as the demand increases, automation of order tracking and the processing of the industrial robotics and assembly lines will be the key role for us to continue the market. And the business model depends on efficiently being able to process a custom mix with numerous individual options efficiently and without defects.
For the inventory, for the first few years, we plan on relying heavily on manual process of breaking down bulk shipments of ingredients into individual customer orders, to heavily depend on push-based inventory to meet customer demand, and just also try maintaining a high service level and also operate out of a single centralized facility. In 5 years, we plan on hopefully a rapid product turnover in order to reduce inventory on hand and also reduce the risk of spoiling the product. And then we also plan on considering dynamic pricing so that way the inventory is reaching the end of a usable lifetime when needed. And also due to the product in rapid order, we will probably rely primarily on pushing more raw materials and continue to work on minimizing on-hand inventory. And then in 10 years, we just plan on working towards transitioning some high volume products to pool-based delivery in order to centralized warehouse or direct to regional meat mix facilities.
Yep. Coming to the sourcing of suppliers, first few years, like we work on the bulk orders from suppliers with relatively on hand inventory levels relative to orders and long-term inventory goals. And we'll have the limited negotiation power due to relatively low volume of the products and the materials. In the coming to the 5 years multi-state, we will establish long-term agreements with the suppliers, and according to that agreements, we'll make the we'll reduce the product cost, and negotiated delivery and product availability terms will be according to the terms and conditions of the place and the product. And the integration of ERP system into ordering process to automate purchasing systems. And coming to the nationwide expansion, with increased national presence, we'll go ahead with the promotional deals with other brands, which will increase the brand market of our product, and we'll integrate the products into mixed options, and leverage market position to reduce per unit cost as product volume continues to increase.
Now on to our logistics. As we begin our business, we'll operate out of a single facility that will collect orders, hold inventory, and package and ship to the customer. For shipping, we'll utilize USPS as the main source of our shipping operations. The use of their flat rate boxes will also allow us to keep costs consistent across shipping orders of similar sizes. After about 5 years, we will incorporate an internal tracking system which will track our customer orders and inventory levels. This system will provide us with data to be analyzed, which will provide visibility and insight to things such as our inventory turnover and when to place product on sale. For our more complex tracking, we'll utilize Google Analytics. Google Analytics will help us understand things like what pages our customers are navigating on our website. With profits from the previous year, we will be able to invest in facility expansion. We'll create regional facilities that will serve our mixing and shipping facilities. Once we've reached national sales, we will utilize internal logistics systems to distribute inventory within the company facilities. We'll expand our physical footprint to include a mix of centralized warehouses, direct shipments, and cross-docking to meet our customer demand. As we've expanded, we've realized that not all of our customers are comfortable with packages being left on their doorstep. For this reason, we've partnered with our local grocery stores for product pickup options. Providing a physical storefront would also allow us to expand our services into other products that require refrigeration, like milk. So strategic alliances. As we begin our business, we won't have many strategic alliances since we're not well established. Our primary alliance will be with the USPS, in which we'll have dedicated time for them to pick up our packages and drop off flat rate boxes. Once we expand into multiple states, we'll be able to partner with 3PL providers to help manage the complexity of our inventory and our growing product offerings. We will use 3PLs to store, track, and purchase our inventory. We will also create brand alliances with the local and regional brands. We'll target larger manufacturers such as General Mills and Kellogg's, but also smaller companies such as Cereal Ingredients, which operates out of Kansas City. After we reach national distribution, we will utilize long-term agreements with our suppliers. This will allow us to purchase inventory over a period of time at contracted prices. We will partner with these LTAs with our brand alliances, which will aid in our marketing and product variety. For example, we can purchase a surplus of a specific product to offer promotional deal or a discount. At this time, we'll also expand our 3PL providers to provide a cross-docking to help move and cross-dock inventory within our facilities and to the final customer. After the 10 years of operations, we'll have extensive data that can be used to forecast the raw material needed, which we'll share with our suppliers. The data will also show us when our peak shipping times are and allow us to plan accordingly.
And finally, with risks, in our first few years of local regional operation, a primary risk will be the high degree of manual operation and being able to meet customer demand and control our labor costs due to a lack of automation initially, and then high inventory requirements with large bulk orders relative to our order volume when starting off, and being able to manage those costs and ride through the peaks and valleys of having to order large shipments and then distribute them, and then having enough capital available to maintain that process. For a 5-year multi-state, balancing costs of expansion in facilities and automation, again, to switch from that high degree of manual operation to a more automated, streamlined process. That will be very expensive to buy the equipment, the automation, the software, and contractors. So we'll have to balance that to where we're not too aggressive, where we're outpacing our needs and growth and putting ourselves at financial risk, or too conservative where demand increases and we're unable to meet it. And then finally, for our 10-year risk expansion into international markets, product labeling, packaging, food requirements, and then customer demand and preferences, will add a high degree of complexity to our system. LTA agreements, something we'll have to be careful about is inaccurate forecasts that could lead to agreements that don't align with our business needs as we grow, which could come with financial penalties if we're not able to meet order quantities that we agree to, or the order quantities don't meet our needs because we outpace them. And then multi-market operation with increased complexity due to disruption, and overseas operation with an example of current times with shipping delays, which for our product is a low density, low cost bulk product, would be a primary channel that we would rely on. Thank you for your time.